What is one bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
Buying a Datejust Rolex.
That's an expensive Rolex. Why do you regret that?
Yeah, it was pretty expensive, about 13 racks, and I tried proving myself in society, but that didn't help out for
So you didn't get it for yourself, you got it for other people, you feel like?
Yeah, I tried to make connections with it.
Yeah, did it work?
Looks nice though. It looks nice.
It looked
nice?
good. I mean, I got like 2-3 connections out of it, but I got misled.
Plenty of people out there are financing things they can't afford, whether it's a car, a house, jewelry, a phone, a watch, anything that will put them in debt. They'll happily put on a credit card. Well, in today's video, we're going to look at a lot of people overspending or financing things they should have no business even buying. Let's get into it.
All right, Miss Shonda, tell them about your.
Wait a second, 780 months? Oh my God, how many years is that? I can't do the quick math here.
And my experience with Mr. Byrne was exceptional. He was an awesome salesperson.
$521 for 30 years, is that right? Holy crap, this has to be fake. If this is real, there's no way. 30 years, you're paid. That's literally a life sentence to your car. And let's be honest, how many people nowadays keep their cars for 30 years? The car will be dead long before she even finishes paying it off. You know, a lot of people don't take care of their vehicles in the first place. You'd be surprised how many skip out on basic maintenance of just oil changes and tire rotations. Insane. This is a horrible purchase.
He gave me options. I finally got
Doesn't look like you got too many options there. I'm just being honest.
a chance to come in here and check him out. He was able to get me in this beautiful vehicle for $1,500 down. I'll be paying $521 a month for 780 months.
She's saying like that's a good deal. 30 years of paying over $500 a month on a depreciating asset. That's insanity. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is. Jesus, 1,500 down only. She must have had a bad credit score, man. It goes to show you car dealerships will give you any type of deal as long as they can get you on the hook. I never even thought a loan can be this long.
Hey, y'all heard what she said. Look, call 470-464-69.
Yeah, I ain't calling them for sure. She got, I mean, maybe to her it's a good deal. That to me is like a prison sentence for a car. Over $500 a month. I mean, the average car payment's around $750, $800, but still, that's $500 she has to, over $500 she has to give up month after month, year after year. That cannot be going towards investments or paying off debt or going to an emergency fund. Just putting that $521 into the index fund, the S&P, over 30 years, the same time span that she would have to pay her car off, is life-changing money for some people in retirement. My God.
You don't even start talking.
Okay.
Not after doing that.
28K a year and just bought a 20K car. Oh man. I was making $26,000 a year in my 20s. My checks were barely $1,000 every 2 weeks. And I was living at home. I can't imagine. I mean, I bought my Subaru in 2016. That was $20,000. But I had a lot of money saved up until then. I was in my mid-20s. And I was able to buy that outright. And I kept that car for almost 10 years. So it was money well spent. But this kind of a salary, which today doesn't cut it, doesn't matter how bad inflation is. If the cost of living can be ideal, 28K is still nowhere near feeling safe. Yeah, 20K car is not something I would look for. With that kind of salary, you got to go for a beater car. Max 10K. Even 10K is a lot. I would say more like 5 or 7K. It's hard to find, but you can do it. You just got to research. You got to really look online. 20K. I'm assuming she probably got a bad deal on this too. Oh man, I don't want to hear the rest of this, but let's get to it.
I'm giving you a hard time. You have to know that was dumb. You make $28,000 a year. You signed up for a $20,000 car debt, and you are already $29,000 in debt on your student loans and
Oof, that's bad.
broke.
Yeah.
That you have to hear that. Okay, I'm not trying to be mean to you, but you got to break this thing out of your brain, or you're going to constantly, as a couple, be wandering back into this mess.
Don't confuse buying power with affordability.
You were making $6,000 a month, and you bought a $40,000 car.
It was a Civic.
75 months is
$40K for a Civic is wild, but nowadays that's how much the average car costs nowadays. $40K. $40K for a Corolla, $40K for a Camry, Civic, Accord. They all cost around $40K, depending on what trim you get, of course, and if it's new or not. And the average truck or an SUV is around $60K for a truck, maybe $50K for an SUV. Man, the car market's outrageous expensive nowadays. Times have definitely changed. But yeah, $6K a month. That's what, $72K a year, $40K car. I mean, they say the most you should buy for a car is about half of your annual income. That's over. So it's technically a bad trade, trade-off there. For him, he should be the one buying the 20K car, not the 40K car. So this one should be buying the 20K car of the last person we saw.
insane.
Yeah.
But you didn't need
He
to get
looks
this.
so shocked. He's all shocked. He looks.
You could have got a $10,000 car, $10,000 loan with the worst interest rate and still paid a lot less over time.
How could I get a car?
A car?
Yeah.
You go and find it. What are you talking about?
Like, that was the
10,000
only car that I could get.
No.
That was the cheapest.
A lot of people don't do any research. You can tell he's like, what kind of car? Like, dude, go online. I found my 4Runner online. Go on Car Guru or whatever site. I preferably click single owner, no accidents, a clean vehicle history, and then go from there. Try to find a good deal. And then even then, when you can negotiate, and when you show up to the dealerships, just show up in like sweatpants or shorts. Don't show up in a Rolex in a suit if you want a good deal. But yeah, just a little bit of research goes a long way. You're going to own this thing for a long time, hopefully. So you really should spend more than 5 minutes to research and see what's available. Also, a lot of people get things they really had no business getting. Like if you don't haul things regularly, don't get a pickup truck. If you don't go off-road regularly, don't get a monster truck off-road. If you got a family, don't go for a compact car. Maybe get a mid-size sedan, so on and so forth, right? Or people go for like motorcycles and bikes because they have hobbies. All that costs insurance, very expensive to maintain. Some is dangerous. But in this case, yeah, 40K car, depreciating asset.
Car there.
In Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yes. I went
about to be the third largest metro in the entire country. And this was the cheapest car in the metro.
I didn't have cash to pay for a car.
Doesn't matter. I didn't ask you to.
They don't have $10,000
Yes,
car.
they
Honda.
absolutely do.
No,
they don't have Dave Ramsey $2,000 cars, but you don't have to go to Honda.
I lost my job the very next month, and I couldn't pay the watch for months, and it ruined my credit. This two-tone GMT, this was actually my first expensive watch. I had just closed a big deal. A big deal meant like $5,000, by the way. I'm not talking about no millions here. And I went into Mayors, and at the time, they would actually allow you to pay it in installments. And so you got credit, and I was paying $300 for that watch. I lost my job.
Oh my God.
The very next month, and I couldn't pay the watch for months, and it ruined my credit.
Listen, I love Rolex. I love it. I would never finance a Rolex. If I can't buy it, I won't buy it. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad idea to finance a Rolex. I think everyone at some point should get one, especially if you accomplish a great feat, right? But when you finance it, again, they're very expensive, and it's almost like buying a car. Your average low entry Rolex is around 10K, 8K maybe, depending where you buy it. You don't want to have a watch payment plus a car payment plus anything else that is keeping you in debt. So, in my opinion, you should only get a Rolex if you can buy it in cash, like anything else. If it's a very expensive piece, like a day date, that's like 50, 60K, you decide what you want to do there. I'm just saying, if you're buying an entry-level Rolex, you should not be doing that unless you're making really good money, you're out of debt, you got an emergency fund, and you're still investing your money, and you have a paid-off car. Just my take there. Maybe you disagree. Hey, if you finance a watch, drop a comment down below and let me know why you decide to do that. and then we'll have a nice discussion there.
What can I get with $1,000 down and a 580 credit score?
Get a very nice pre-owned Corolla.
What can I get with a 580 score and $1,000 down?
A cosigner.
What can
Co-signer. At least he was honest.
I get with $1,000 down and a 580 credit score?
Probably that black Corolla right there.
What can I get with $1,000 down and a 580 credit score?
We don't have many options, but let's look at our inventory and let's see what we have.
If I can get you into a car today with $2,000 down and
Hourly manager wants BMW for $500 a month. Ooh, this is gonna be a doozy.
$500 a month, you'll take the BMW
That'd be
today?
great. Yes.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I was bartending, but they promoted me to an hourly manager.
Okay.
So that's why I'm trying to get a nicer car.
Your mommy asking, what are you making out?
I make like 18 an hour.
18 an hour. You got no business driving a BMW. That's less than 40K a year. And your job's not safe. How often do they lay off managers and bartenders? Pretty frequently. Bars close down every day. Restaurants close down every day. Clubs close down every day. Jobs are not safe. You buy that BMW, you give yourself a contract, 5, 7+ years. Your job can say goodbye to you tomorrow. Now you're going to be struggling to hold on to this vehicle, or worse, be forced to sell it for a loss and then be in debt and have to go back to a Toyota or a Honda. A lot of people don't think about the first 10 minutes past their purchase of a vehicle. They think that everything's going to be good. Listen, life can change on a second, and emergencies do happen. Life does take turns sometimes, and if you're not prepared to handle setbacks and you're spreading yourself so thin to the point that everything has to be perfect in your life, otherwise it falls down like a house of cards, you are setting yourself up for a reckoning and a lot of stress and a lot of pain. A lot of this can be mitigated by thinking a little bit ahead. Can I really afford this? $18 an hour? Hell no. You can't. If I'm this guy, I would not be selling this vehicle. But let's see what he says.
Okay, so
I've been wanting BMW for a long time.
let me ask you this question. It might be a little personal. Have an idea what your credit score might be?
Last I checked, it was 630.
Okay.
Oh, 630. Okay.
That's not bad at all.
I still owe like a little bit of money on this cost track. I probably owe like $3,000.
Well, you might not be that bad upside down, but we'll see what we can do for you. All right, so it looks like this one running about 31,551. Is there a certain payment that you were trying to be at?
I can't go more than $800 a month.
You can't go more than
800 a month is insane, though. I wouldn't even go to 500 a month. I would just keep the Crosstrek, man. The Crosstrek is not the sexiest car, but you're only 3,000 down on it. Just finish paying it off. See, people they always want to upgrade. Lifestyle creep. She just got the promotion. The first thought was, let's spend more money. I deserve more. This is the big trap. This is what stops the middle class from making more money and essentially regresses them back to the lower class. They get a little bit of a windfall, a promotion, a bonus, and immediately go, okay, where can I spend this? It's a bad trap, man. It's a bad trap, and it just puts you into a big hole.
No, that's just too much.
Oh, I agree. I think 800 for anything is a lot.
Hell yeah, it's a lot. You add rent to that, car insurance, insane. You're going to be spending your whole checks just to have that vehicle.
200's pushing it.
Okay.
I think 600's fine for a Beamer.
Okay. So what will make you get it today?
If we can get it at 500 today, that'd be great.
Okay.
But I know what kind of car it is.
Did you have a down payment?
$2,000.
$2,000?
Oh my God. This is not going to end well.
If I can get you into a car today with $2,000 down and $500 a month, you'll take the BMW
That'd be
today?
great. Yes, we can do that right now.
Well, let's get started on the credit application.
He knows this is a bad deal for her. But at the end of the day, these car dealership salesmen, they just want to make the deal and get the commission. They know that someone like this should not be buying a BMW. You can see in his eyes. He's like, okay, we'll do it. It's easy money for him, but he knows this is not ideal. This is why people don't trust salespeople, because they don't really tell you what you need to hear. I mean, I get it. Their job is stressful. If they don't make the sale, they might get fired or laid off. So they have to do it, and they want the money. And not only that, he says no to her. What is she going to do? Not get it? No. She's going to go to some other dealership and ask someone else for the same BMW. People don't change their ways unless something seriously happens to their situation. And then they reflect in that moment, okay, probably a bad decision, a bad move I should have seen. someone like her, unfortunately, needs to be put in so much debt to realize the error of her ways. And it sucks because, this is what you should be taught your parents and in college growing up. But unfortunately, it's not. And this is what puts people into massive debt, man. It's really a shame. But the sad part is it's preventable. It really is.
Okay, so I came back out with the numbers. I know you told me you want to be at $500 a month. However, BMW a little bit expensive, so we at about $640.
Okay.
And I know your goal was
Under 700.
Exactly. And I know one of your biggest goal was to be under $800 for, insurance and car note included.
Okay.
Think I can get that done for you?
Let me call the insurance. Let me have them give me a quote.
Okay.
And yeah, I think we can do this today.
Okay.
Horrible deal.
What's the balance of this?
48,000.
We just got it.
Yeah.
How many months?
75. You're not gonna like the interest rate either.
What is it? That's
18.
Yeah, it's 18.
No, are you my life?
Destroyed, man. Oh, wow.
No.
What are you doing? What are you guys doing to your future, guys?
I like that I don't know who that guy is, but I like that he's genuine. Unfortunately, it's few and far between nowadays.
Well, how could you sign this? How could you see the number 18 and sign it?
It's even worse when both your parents are like that. And I have at least one person who goes, "What the hell are you doing? We can't afford this." When both of you are doing this, that's pretty alarming. Not to mention, money is one of the biggest reasons that couples actually break up and divorce. And stuff like this, it's decisions like this that causes tension and rifts in a marriage, unfortunately. So it's not a good look for sure. So we've seen a bunch of bad deals go through, and it looked like the majority of people were surprised to hear that it was a bad deal, and the ones that weren't told that were kind of swindled into another bad deal. You see, a lot of debt is self-inflicted. The economy is very aft right now. Inflation is very high. Cost of living's up everywhere. Things are too expensive. But a lot of people create their debt by spending too much money because they just don't have an idea of how to budget, how to figure out how much money to spend on a certain item, how to find a good deal, how to find something that won't put them in a bigger hole. I'm still shocked by that first woman who has a 521 car payment for 780 months. But let me ask you, why do you think people finance things they can't afford to put themselves in debt? Drop your comments down below and let me know. If you enjoy this kind of video, please leave a like. That being said, enjoy the rest of your day.